Have you ever wondered why some people build lasting wealth while most remain trapped in financial uncertainty? The difference isn't luck or genius, it's strategy. In this video, you'll discover 10 timeless principles that have helped individuals create not just temporary success, but financial freedom that spans generations. From mastering time and habits to crafting legacy and vision, each strategy serves as a powerful lever to transform your financial reality. This isn't about shortcuts. It's about becoming intentional with how you live, invest, and grow. Prepare to shift from surviving financially to living with direction, purpose, and the mindset of enduring wealth. Let's explore this journey, where each principle becomes a clear, solid step toward lasting wealth. Opportunity cost is the invisible hand of wealth. Every decision you make comes with a hidden price. It's not just about money, it's about what you don't choose. Spending $5 a day on coffee doesn't just cost you today's cash, it costs you years of compounding gains. Scrolling 2 hours on social media might feel harmless, but it's robbing you of time to master a skill or build a side income. Wealthy people understand this intuitively. They weigh every action through the lens of long-term value. That's what separates those who spend out of habit from those who invest with intention. Opportunity cost isn't some complicated economic theory. It's how you make choices in real life. Once you realize that every moment is an investment, you start showing up differently. The choice between a luxury vacation and investing in real estate isn't just personal, it's directional. Smart decision makers don't just chase comfort, they pursue elevation. They're not avoiding fun, they're choosing a bigger reward. Every trade-off is a step forward or backward. The key is recognizing what you're really giving up when you say yes to something now. Ask yourself the tough question. Does this give me instant satisfaction or long-term growth? If the answer is short-term pleasure, pause and rethink. What you delay today might become the seed for exponential gain tomorrow. Studying instead of partying, learning instead of lounging, these are invisible investments with massive returns. When you live through the lens of opportunity cost, your time, money, and energy stop being wasted. You go from reactive to strategic, from drifting to driving. And that's when wealth begins to build, quietly, powerfully, and intentionally. Focused action is the catalyst of asset growth. Distraction is the silent killer of success. Trying to juggle everything often means mastering nothing. Wealthy individuals aren't necessarily more talented, they're better at choosing what matters most and pouring everything into it. Rather than scattering their energy, they zoom in on a single mission with relentless discipline. One focused goal beats 10 scattered ones. The secret isn't doing more. It's doing less, but doing it better. Greatness comes from depth, not breadth. Focused action is where time, attention, and consistency meet to spark exponential results. Focus isn't just about removing the unimportant. It's the discipline to say no to good things that don't align with great goals. In a world full of choices, those who succeed are ruthless with clarity. Every minute spent on what doesn't matter pulls you further from what does. Focus brings direction. Direction breeds momentum, and momentum makes impossible goals feel inevitable. Your ability to filter opportunities isn't limiting, it's liberating. You don't need to do it all, you just need to do the right thing, over and over again. Focused action is compressed energy turned into acceleration. Set 3 key goals daily. Turn off distractions. Work deeply for 2 solid hours instead of spreading yourself across meaningless tasks. Success doesn't reward the busiest person, it favors the most deliberate one. Each day you either invest your focus or you waste it. When you treat attention as capital, your progress compounds. Focus is no longer a mindset. It becomes a system, a powerful wealth engine working in the background. Attention is currency. Use it wisely. A clear vision is the engine behind financial purpose. No one gets far without knowing where they're going. Vision isn't some lofty dream. It's the why that powers your hustle. It's the vivid picture of the life you're committed to build. Financial freedom, time ownership, impact, and meaning. Those who operate with vision aren't swayed by trends. They don't drift. They design. Vision gives you a compass, not just a map. It keeps you from chasing shiny distractions and centers you in deep purpose. When the goal is clear, discipline becomes natural. A powerful vision pulls you forward through doubt, fear, and fatigue. It becomes your anchor in chaos and your fire in stagnation. When things get hard, and they will, your vision keeps you grounded and inspired. Write it down, visualize it, post it on your wall, let it become part of your identity. Without vision, your actions are random. With vision, every choice is strategic. A strong vision isn't just a plan, it's a force, one that fuels you long after motivation fades. Vision also becomes your decision filter. When life presents options, ask, does this take me closer to my vision or further away? If it doesn't align, let it go. Vision simplifies, it clarifies, it empowers. Without it, you chase everything and arrive nowhere. With it, even setbacks become setups. The truth is simple. Those without a vision end up working for those who have one. Which role do you want to play? Craft your vision, defend it, and let it lead. Creative thinking is the key to unlock new markets. Creativity isn't about art or poetry. It's about seeing old problems through new lenses. The wealthy don't just join the game, they change the rules. Instead of entering crowded markets and undercutting prices, they innovate. They offer something so unique that they become irreplaceable. This is the power of niche thinking. Differentiation isn't a branding trick. It's a wealth-building mindset. If you can solve a problem in a way no one else does, your value multiplies. In saturated spaces, originality is leverage. Don't rush into competition. Ask yourself, how can I solve this differently? How can I do it better? Creativity starts with curiosity and observation. The best innovations aren't always grand, they're often simple tweaks done better. Great problem solvers spot inefficiencies others accept as normal. They find gaps and fill them with intelligent, user-centered solutions. They think in terms of better, not bigger. And they don't copy what works, they craft what's missing. Innovation comes when you care more deeply and observe more closely. The world doesn't need another copy, it needs your unique version. Build a brand with personality. Create offers that stand out. Position yourself as the only option, not just one more choice. Creativity doesn't require being first, it demands being unforgettable. Sometimes the most powerful innovation is simplification. By stripping away what's unnecessary and delivering a seamless experience, you raise value. Creativity shifts you from scarcity to abundance thinking. You stop asking, how can I compete? And start asking, how can I change the game? Time is the strongest lever in financial growth. Time is not just money. Time is your most powerful compounder of wealth. Every hour can either quietly disappear or become the seed for massive return. Wealthy individuals treat time as an investment vehicle, not something to fill, something to multiply. Each minute spent wisely today is a building block for the future. Waste time and you lose invisible capital. Use it intentionally and you build momentum that's hard to stop. In wealth building, time isn't a backdrop, it's a tool. The sooner you respect it, the sooner it works for you. We all get 24 hours, but the wealthy don't just spend theirs, they allocate them like investors. They cut what doesn't matter. They automate low-value tasks. They hire people to protect their attention. They know saying yes to everything is a disguised form of sabotage. Saying no to noise is saying yes to impact. Time has an ROI, just like money. And if you spend your day on things that don't grow you, personally or financially, you're not living smart. You're leaking potential. Use time like a growth asset. 1 hour a day learning a high-value skill transforms your income. 1 focused hour working on a business plan creates long-term leverage. Time is not a schedule, it's a decision. Every action is either urgent or important. Choose important. Think beyond to-do lists. Think legacy. Treat every block of time like sacred capital. Guard it. Spend it only where growth occurs. The compounding effect of well-used time is a force stronger than money. Invest your hours like your future depends on it. Because it does. Habits are the automated machines of wealth. Wealth is not the result of a single breakthrough. It's the compound outcome of small, repeated decisions done consistently. Habits are the engine of long-term success. They don't rely on willpower, they rely on systems. You don't need grand motivation, you need daily rhythm. Save 10%, read 15 minutes, invest monthly. Do it on repeat. Over time, those little moves snowball into massive impact. The journey to financial freedom isn't made in giant leaps. It's built on reliable routines. Success isn't an event. It's an outcome. Habits reduce decision fatigue. When finances run on systems, you don't waste energy debating what to do, you just do it. Saving becomes instinct. Learning becomes identity. Discipline becomes default. High performers don't rely on emotional highs, they rely on consistency. They engineer their environment to trigger success. Habits don't limit you, they liberate you. When routines are aligned with your goals, you no longer chase success, you embody it. You create structure that holds you accountable even on bad days. Start with small, sustainable habits. One consistent action beats 10 grand gestures. Track your routines. Stack new behaviors on existing ones. Build your financial systems on automatic savings transfers, investment contributions, learning blocks. Don't chase every trend, build a foundation. Habits are how your goals become real. You can't build $1 million portfolio on a $10 mindset, and you can't build a strong financial life on weak habits. Automate your excellence. Let habits carry you when motivation fades. They are your personal wealth engine. Solving pain points is the goldmine of the economy. The fastest path to wealth is solving a real problem that people are willing to pay for. Every pain point is a signal. When you solve something painful or frustrating, you deliver value. Wealth flows where value is created. You don't need to invent the next big thing. You just need to improve what already exists or offer a simpler, better experience. Innovation isn't always invention, it's clarity. And the world rewards those who reduce complexity and increase ease. How do you find pain points? Observe. Listen. Ask. Ask, what do people complain about? What slows them down? What would make their life easier? The best entrepreneurs aren't just idea generators, they're problem detectives. They listen better, they ask deeper questions, and they create products and services that remove friction. If something annoys you, odds are it annoys others too. That's your opening. That's where wealth begins. Not from genius, from empathy. Your solution doesn't have to change the world. It can change one customer's experience in a meaningful way. Niche problems often carry premium pricing. Solve something small, but do it with excellence. Deliver more than expected. Make the process smooth, intuitive, and elegant. When your solution relieves pain, reduces stress, or saves time, you're no longer selling, you're serving. And people gladly pay for service that transforms their lives. Solve problems better than anyone else, and money will follow. Calculated risk is the springboard for transformation. Wealth never comes without risk. But smart individuals don't fear risk, they prepare for it. They don't gamble, they calculate. Risk isn't something to avoid, it's something to understand, measure, and manage. Every major leap requires discomfort, but when done right, discomfort becomes growth. Taking risk doesn't mean being reckless, it means acting with intention and insight. When you assess the downside, plan your mitigation, and test in small batches, you're not risking, you're leading. Before making any big move, ask, what's the worst that can happen? Am I prepared for it? What do I still need to learn? Start small, test your ideas, seek feedback, then scale. The key is never to go blind. You want controlled exposure, not emotional bets. Track your data. Trust your frameworks, consult mentors. Taking action without strategy is wishful thinking, but taking action with a plan? That's calculated courage, and that's where transformation happens. Risk well managed leads to disproportionate reward. No wealth story is built on perfect conditions, it's built on brave, strategic decisions. Don't wait for full certainty. Growth lives in the unknown. What sets you apart isn't that you avoided failure, but that you were prepared to navigate it. The future belongs to those who risk wisely. Learn the rules, play to win, and know this: the risk you take today with wisdom might become the pivot that redefines your entire future. Believing in yourself is the foundation of financial breakthroughs. If you don't believe you can succeed, you've already lost the fight before you begin. Financial growth starts not in your wallet, but in your mindset. Self-belief is not wishful thinking. It's the internal certainty that you're capable and worthy of building something great. Those who build wealth don't wait for permission. They act from conviction. Even when resources are low, belief is the resource that fuels persistence. Confidence is not ego, it's clarity. When you trust your ability to learn, adapt, and grow, you unlock possibilities others never even attempt. Belief creates energy. Belief generates endurance. Belief helps you bounce back from failure and take bold steps when others retreat. But confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through small wins and consistent action. Every time you finish what you start, keep your word, or learn something new, you earn trust with yourself. That's the kind of trust that compounds into boldness. And boldness is where breakthroughs begin. Growth follows belief. And belief follows proof. You create both. Visualize success in vivid detail. See yourself finishing the project, serving the clients, living the lifestyle you dream of. When your mind sees it, your actions follow. Change how you speak to yourself. Change your environment. Surround yourself with voices that lift, not limit. The world reflects what you believe about yourself. Doubt attracts hesitation. Belief attracts opportunity. If you won't bet on yourself, who will? But when you do, the right doors start opening. Because success begins with someone who simply believes, why not me? A legacy mindset is the peak of true wealth. True wealth goes beyond ownership. It evolves into impact and continuity. Legacy thinking is about asking deeper questions. What am I leaving behind? What lives am I improving beyond my own? When you think in terms of legacy, your decisions shift. You don't just build for today, you build systems for tomorrow. Financial decisions are no longer isolated, they're generational. A legacy mindset doesn't require millions. It requires vision, values, and responsibility. It's about elevating others with what you've built. When you think long-term, your behavior changes. You avoid waste, you choose education over indulgence. You invest in others, not just yourself. You think like a builder, not just a consumer. You create structures, trusts, funds, knowledge, and habits that serve your family or community long after you're gone. Money can fade, but systems, mindsets, and inspiration can compound. When you live with legacy in mind, every decision becomes part of something greater. It's no longer just about earning, it's about enabling. Legacy is not a luxury. It's a choice. It's the decision to live intentionally, to make your success matter beyond your lifestyle. You don't need to be a billionaire to leave impact. You need to be conscious. You need to share what you know, model what you value, and plant seeds that others will harvest. Wealth becomes truly meaningful when it's not about what you have, but about what you create for others. And when you think in legacies, your wealth becomes timeless. Lasting wealth doesn't come from luck. It's built on clarity, discipline, and intentional action. The 10 principles you've just explored, from opportunity cost and focused action to vision, creativity, habits, and legacy, are the blueprint to financial freedom that outlives temporary success. When you align belief with strategy and purpose with execution, money becomes a tool, not a trap. You stop surviving and start shaping. The wealth you build isn't just for you. It becomes a ripple that empowers others. You now hold a map. The question is, what will you do with it? Because real change starts when inspiration meets decision. And there's no better moment to begin than now.